settling down, burning kids that are not coming home. Majority of them are not coming home. And and they understand that once you are abroad, you will be that diaspora Nigerian who sends money home, who sends forests home. It's good for them. They like it. You'll be sending the more they will jabba, everybody is jabba.
The rest of us can stay out there. And then the most of us can continue to rule the rest of us.
Yes, as long as you are in abroad, you will be sending dollars. And you will see politicians who are saying that it's good. Doctors will be leaving. You'll be sending forests, and they will be grabbing the forest and be sending them to their accounts in Europe and Dubai and everywhere, living large. They don't work. They don't do anything. This is a Fulani system. Is what they call FIDUA system of. This is FIDUA system of government. They are willing to throw Fulani tribes in the forest. Don't give them education. Use them to get the rest of us. And they are willing to die. They throw this kind of Fulani people in the forest. Imagine Fulani campaigning to put Fulani in the forest as local headers who don't get education. They don't care about them.
Now. See what they did in Enugu just 2-3 days ago now.
Exactly. They will continue
that. I remember when ESN was formed, George. And initially, a lot of people thought Nnamdi Kanu was going to use them to go after a suspected, enemies, but it didn't. They were strategically placed, especially in Enugu and Anambra. They were strategically placed in these states that within a month, the Miyetti Allah, they gave a statement that Nnamdi Kanu must be. In fact, they actually put money on him. I don't know if some of you remember that Nnamdi Kanu must be found dead or alive because of this, because it draw them back so fast that all these areas had so much peace for just like a month or two. By third month, by March 2021, they concluded on how to get him kidnapped, and they finally got him in Kenya. Remember? So this kind of move would have been sustained, or rather, the Igbo governors, what did they do? They set up Ebubiagu. The Ebubiagu that was supposed to be the forest rangers, they went after the ESN. Some of them were being lured back into this town and killed. And today, the Fulani terrorists, they are what? They have drawn more closer. And Enugu State, Ebonyi State, they are a good example of that drawback today. So talking about the full, and guess what? That wasn't the only thing. Immediately, these guys set up a Bubeagu to go after the ESN, to criminalize them. They gave Ebonyi $10 million. That was when Devulumayi was there. They gave Zodiba $10.5 million. These two guys were to provide lands for the Fulanis in Ebonyi and in Imo. They did. So talking about the divide and rule, and the people who provided the money, they are not Fulanis per se. It was the federal government, the Fulani government of Nigeria, under Bokwari. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes.
Divide and
rule. That's what happened. But what I want to say is that you see this agitation, my ego. You see this Biafra agitation and this Yoruba nation, it will not achieve any result under Nigerian structure. I believe personally, I believe that it is better to do a coup in Nigeria, a kind of a military coup that will change the status quo. Because if you understand how they got power, it was through constant military coup after 1966. They continue to use that coup to embed the kind of create the states we know today. They created the states we know today. They created it. They created more local government in their area, and they made things. And that around 1999, they became ready to do the democracy when they have created those structures that will give them.
They were the one who wrote the constitution as well.
Exactly. That's a local government they created to give that power to majority Northerners in the Senate and all that. They created those structures. So, if I believe that a military coup will dissolve the whole.
Which military? Somebody is asking you, George, because the military itself, as we speak, right? is compromised.
Yeah.
We know
it's divided.
Totally divided too. So it seems like it's an hopeless one. Some are hoping that it's going to be a revolution. It's almost an hopeless situation right now. But people just need to know something. If this system falls, right, all these permutations falls with it. So that is why everyone that is going to be involved, they need what is called mental liberation, so to say, where people understand why they are joining. See, if I have to join any form of revolution in that contraption today, I am going to join because there will be an agreement that the component part of the entire place would have to agree if they still want to be part of the country or not. That's what would draw me to be part of any revolution, to bring down a system like that. But anything that says, let's come together for a greater Nigeria, you will have to count somebody like me out. Now, we need to kind of pass this message on to a lot of people to say, listen, people can come together to end this contraption, right? But when you want to come together, don't come together in the name of, maybe we can now make it great. No. We have to actually discuss if we still want to be together after this entire system is crushed, right? Do we still want to be part of this or not? Under what conditions? Now, this is the kind of information we should be spreading.
We can never be together. I don't think it will ever work.
Bless you.
I don't think we can ever be together.
But we need to come together to actually break up this entire contraption itself, the arrangement.
I want to ask you something. I want to ask you something.
Please.
Do you actually think, based with your knowledge, after all these years, with your experience, do you actually think that we can actually, with today's Nigeria and the kind of people we are dealing with, that we can actually agitate, and one day there will be a referendum? Do you actually think?
Believe, and I'll tell you, and I know a lot of people who probably won't agree, but there's always going to be so many ways to kill a cat. Do you understand, George, right? So let's assume that we get to a stage where, for example, now, okay, a revolution kicks off, something happens, and that revolution actually, because revolution can happen and bring down a regime, bring down a system, okay? And then there will be a new set of leadership that will emerge from all across the country, okay, to discuss the way forward. For example, new constitution, new system of government, and stuff like that. Now, if you have enough enlightened, educated people, when I say educated, I'm not talking about education by book, reading book, no. Educated people in the sense that who knows that we don't have anything in common as a people, okay? And if we have to still remain together as a country, it must be on an agreed terms from everywhere. Now, if these kind of leaders emerged from all the regions, okay, not the one Nigerianist, talking about leaders, for example, now the pro-Biafrans manages after a revolution to participate in a revolution that eventually makes them leaders that represent the East. And in the West, same thing. In the Middle Belt, in the North. So which means these new leaders are not promoting this one Nigeria that says we are one. No, we are not. But they are those who will come with, listen, by the mandate of our people, to continue to be part of this contraption, it must be based on this social agreement, and including an agreement that says if we don't want to be part of this anymore, we can call in for a referendum and leave Nigeria. Now, if you have this kind of mentally educated leaders from these regions, right, who goes into that arrangement, now I can be part of that. And that is why we need to educate everyone who is who's kind of like tired of these current arrangements, to know that if there is a clarion call, something is going to happen, George, and it's going to happen soon. That if you find yourself representing your region, right, please do not promote one fake Nigeria again. It is nothing, there's nothing wrong in being a bold Biafran, going into a table to discuss what is the way forward for Nigeria now. The way forward is that, number one, we don't want to be part of this contraption anymore. Okay, what can we do to keep you? Well, these are our terms, okay? And if you can't fulfill these terms, let us break it up now. So when you have the kind of leaders like that to engage, right, then there's a chance that this contraption will break, in my own opinion. Anything except that, even if we go to war, I've said this many times, even if we go to war, fight war, last, we are still going to end up on the round table. You know that. when we kill ourselves, do this, do that, we're still going to end up to discuss the way we want to go, right? But if you have the kind of mindset of people who are proud of who they are, who are not afraid to say we want to go at a meeting, right? Then that is where we are headed. So I am part of a generation that want to keep spreading that there's nothing wrong, right? In publicly, boldly, saying you want.
Understand you. I heard and understand everything. Yeah, and I want to conclude by warning you personally.
Go on.
I want to warn you personally. Yeah, I want to warn you that I have been watching you and a lot of things you have been doing.
Yep.
You must not travel to any African country. Let me warn you. You know, when Nnamdi Kanu was doing his program, I have never called in when people, because he's more engaged than you. It's not. He gets thousands of people trying to call.
Yes.
It's not. People engage Nnamdi Kanu more than you, so it's not easy to get to Nnamdi Kanu's call. Like I can get to your call. So what I did before, about 7 months before Nnamdi Kanu was captured in Kenya, I tried calling. I wanted to say this thing I'm saying to you, but I mean, even if I have suggested saying it, I may not stop him from traveling. He may not be talking, but I gave a voice message. I gave a voice call in his WhatsApp, and he never listened to it. Just like sometimes I can send something in your WhatsApp in this number I'm calling you. Sometimes I send this thing here. You may not see it. Yeah, because when you see it, I will see a notification that you are seeing it. It will be green. So I'm telling you,
George.
Do not enter.
It's really been engaging. Yeah, thank you very much, and I will take your advice very seriously. Okay, I am not going to take it lightly. Thank you so much, and you stay safe over there. All right.
Thank you.
Cheers, sir. That's a George. I am going to take my last call now, even though our time is almost out. We'll probably continue this again later this evening, all right? See, I am not Mr. Know-It-All. If you ask me 1 million times, I am going to tell you that the people will decide, right, if they want to be part of Nigeria or they don't want to be part of Nigeria. But somehow, there is going to be a paradigm shift. Something is going to happen that is going to make a lot of us to agree, including those who are pro-Nigeria and those of us who are pro, separation. We are going to end up agreeing on something that this establishment has to go. And when that time happens, there are some of us who will find ourselves in the position of leadership to represent different kind of our people. So if we don't have that liberated mind, the mind that is not afraid to stand up and say, well, on behalf of my people, this is what we want. If you still want us to be part of this contraption, right? And if we can't get this, then we'd rather have Biafra, or we'd rather have a Yoruba nation, or we'd rather have our own Kwarafa nation. So this type of leadership that we emerge needs serious orientation, mind orientation, because everything is still going to end up on the negotiation table. Even if we start, any war, anywhere, at the end of the day, once we kill and kill and kill and kill ourselves, last, they will call for peaceful negotiation. And that will be the moment that everybody will still have to say, okay, this is what we want. So right now, we haven't started killing ourselves. So if we ended up agreeing that the establishment has to go, the entire center has to break, so the emerging leaders must know that there is nothing wrong in boldly, confidently tabling the Biafra's demand, the Yoruba nation demand, and every other demand that represents the interest of the people, majority of them. But you don't have to agree with me. Hello there.
Hello, Mayogu General.
Yes, sir. How are you, Baba?
Thank you very much, Mayogu. I'm one of the guys that follows you for years, but I have never called your program.
Oh, bless you, Baba.
I've been following you, and I said today that I have to call. And then thank you for the good job that you are doing.
Thanks a lot, man.
And then you are doing a very wonderful job. And then I have to tell you to keep it up, just like Martin Nnamdi Kanu always asks us to keep it up. But Mayogu,
Baba,
I have to tell you not to worry about the people that come to insult you or you know, trying to write rubbish. You are hitting them, because if you're not hitting them, they will never. Some of them are still learning despite their gullibility. But let me tell you the reason why I call Mayegu.
Go ahead, sir.
Mayegu, my heart is bleeding.
Oh my
Believe you me. I want the people that is listening to you now to pay attention what I'm about to say here. It's very, very important.
Go ahead.
Mayegu, it's very unfortunate that Mazen Namdekan was kidnapped. And Samaneba went on board to deceive our people with propaganda. That is the reason why I want people to pay attention. He deceived our people with the propaganda and lie just to overthrow Mazen Namdekan, just to stay on board. And our people, our youth bought into this rubbish. Mayegu, our people bought into his propaganda. And believe you me, in Igbo land today, you can see an Igbo boy will raise up a knife and kill his Igbo brother because of Samaneba. Cut off his Igbo brother's neck and took it away and leave the rest body. You know, as an Igbo man, I will not lie, you know, because of some people will be saying, oh, don't say it here. No, I will say it so that the whole world will listen and we have evidence of what we are saying. Mayegu, if you go to Osumohu, if you go to Olo, if you go to Lilu, if you go to I forgot, because my heart is bleeds. I can't name most of this place that this guy, Samanepa boys dig up a trench. They catch our boys, they call them saboteur, they kill them, they throw them there and pour them acid. What I'm saying to you, if I lie here, then you know that I'm nowhere to live. These Samanepa have destroyed Igbo land. I'm telling you the gospel truth, because I am calling on Imo State Governor. If he is not supporting Samanepa, he should allow the media to go to all these places that I call name. He's listening to allow the media to go and see the atrocity of Samanepa on all these places I call. I hope President German will explain. We call you and explain to you more better, so that you can see the atrocity of Samanepa against our people. We are waiting for Mazen Namdekan to come out to see what Samanepa have done in our land. This guy, we are saying that Samanepa, in fact, Samanepa committed more than terrorism in our land. As an Igbo man, my heart bleeds. Mayegu, there is some place you will go in Olo. What you will see is dead body without head. As I speak to you, these are Samanepa boys. They kill our people. They took their money. They took away their cars. They still kill them. These are Samanepa boys. You know, Samanepa paved way for what you see happening in Enugu now. Samanepa paved way for Fulani terrorists to come in now, because when ESN was there, they cannot come in. Are you getting what I'm saying?
I am following you, man.
When ESN was there, they can never come in. But because of the atrocity of because of his propaganda, make it possible. There is a lot of people who came in our land now, killing our people. But the main reason, the main problem we have now is not even it's not even, we know that Nigerian police and army are doing their own killing as well. But Mayegu, when you are going to accuse, when they're going to accuse, you know, as an Igbo man, I will not lie. When you are going to accuse the police and the army and DSS and the Bubago of killing too, yes, they do. Yep. Are you not going to, these people that are attacking you, are they not going to accuse Samanepa? Is he not going to take responsibilities of the killings of our people and the burnings of their hand? If they disagree with him, his boys will kill these guys and cut off their neck.
Responsibility that they don't want to, even though he never shy away from it. I remember when something happened in I think it was in Anambra or thereabout, where they attacked some a party. I don't know if you remember this. They're having this. I think they're having a campaign, something like that. And then his boys came and they shot at them, destroyed their cars, and even set it ablaze and all that. So the media now reported that IPOB, ESN, attacked so and so Ekpa came out and said they should not give his glory to IPOB. IPOB is dead. ESN is dead. That he was the one who did it. That it is the Biafra Liberation Army. There is no election. You know, I don't know if you remember that. He claimed responsibility.
Yes.
He said they shouldn't give his glory to other people. But when I now see some of his supporters who come here to try to want to sound sanctimonious, he didn't do it. It was the this and I was like, this guy, if you go onto his social media, because that's where we get to know him, all his actions, right? So he himself said they shouldn't give his glory to ESN because ESN is dead. IPOB, DOS is criminal. He now has a new government and he has new army that replaced ESN. So when I see them today trying to say that no, he didn't do it, I was like, you whine me? He never shy away from it. So yeah, there is evidence of that. It's unfortunate. Mazi.
Mayegu, there is full of Mayegu. I will repeat again, my heart is bleeding. You need to see the atrocity of Samaneba in our land. Believe you me, I am calling on the... See, I have actually called the people that matters to allow the media to go in this, more especially in Imo State. Mayegu, if you see the atrocity of Samaneba in our land, in fact, you will ask yourself, how did we get here?
I've seen enough that got me to speak out today.
Okay. He wanted to take power from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, but not by propaganda. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu never organized IPOB by propaganda. Mayegu,
yep.
Do you know that somebody I do respect very well? I do. This man is almost 60 years. Somebody that I respect very well. For you to see how damaged this guy have damaged the brain of our person. This guy called me and told me that Samaneba bring armor tank. I said, where is this armor tank? He said, it's in the bush. Somebody I know, my own family. Not that I am not saying
person.
I'm telling you, I am not saying that person to my own family that he brought armor tank. I said, where? He said, it's in the bush. I said, what is he doing in the bush? He said, that is why he kept it with his boys and new guns import from America. I said, I call him my brother. Elder, are you stupid? Can you imagine for me to curse my elder? I said to him, what is wrong with you? And where did he import it for? How did this armor tank come into Nigeria? He said it's from Cameroon. There and there, I know that something is totally wrong with our people.
It's unfortunate. Mazi.
Here and there. I am saying it on a platform so that people, this useless people that is supporting Samaneba, that they should go back home and make sure. I am calling the Anambra State Governor, Imo State Governor. If you are hiding the atrocity of Samaneba, then you are accomplice of it. Allow the media to go to the villages where these people dug up trench. They are throwing corpse of our people. Samaneba his boys will kill. They will cut off their head and throw them there. There is a man they came back to yes, they call them Sabo.
Let me
not only that, this guy,
and we can wrap it up this time. Okay, thank you so much for calling in. All right, and I hope that
thank you, my
I hope that letting that out of your chest will also help. There's so much that people are bottling up on this matter, and I won't lie, I have heard enough too. But you stay safe there, okay? Take care, man. See, in all truest sense of it, right? If we open the can of worms on what people have bottled in on top this matter, it got so bad that people were being threatened. Like if you are living abroad, a member of your family who sees what you are writing on social media, or you mention Simon Ekpa, they will come to your inbox, threaten you and threaten your family back home. For real, on top of this Biafra matter. It got so bad, especially these last 2 years, that you will think Simon gets one special, juju or what have you on people. But it doesn't have anything. People just chose to kind of like take him so serious. They felt like, because there are people who felt like liberation or self-determination shouldn't be about talk. It should be about action. They wanted this kind of people who have besieged. In truest sense of it, right? I have a caller, okay? Hang in there for me, sir, all right? I'll connect you in a minute. In truest sense of it, there's been atrocities committed by the Nigerian government, Nigerian military, Nigerian police, DSS, state governments in eastern part of Nigeria. Most of these things are documented, all right? And the victims, the survivors of all these atrocities, their family members, a lot of them actually want their pound of flesh. They wanted a special force or another force that is more bigger than these old Nigeria forces, intimidating, harassing, and even killing the Easterners to come on board so that they can show these people, right,